Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. Today's tea is kind of a goofy one. I wanted to talk about RM sharing some museum pics, and people believed he shared a lover or something. And then we have RM talking about marriage and why he does not see himself getting married anymore. And of course we have HYBE and the recent demands of them taking legal action. So hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Grab your dumplings, hey spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. There's been a lot of talk around Jimin and what he may be up to for his solo stuff. There have been rumors from K-Media about a collaboration between Jimin and Taeyang from Big Bang. And of course, this is a big deal. Two huge K-pop groups from different generations coming together to create something. And then the two fandoms who have always had a fan war, because ARMYs believe BTS is the best group ever to exist and VIPs believe that Big Bang is the best ever. But this new possible collaboration shows that the two artists can coexist without drama. The rumors came about because K-Media reported in the last year or so that Jimin has been spotted alongside Taeyang for a while, and since Jimin is working on music, they assume that this collaboration might happen. I don't know anything official, and I am definitely not able to report officially on what is actually happening. All of this is conspiracy and rumors, but this rumor feels real sort of to me. It's not like a fan-made thing where people were just putting it together. It seemed like K-Media and journalists were putting it out together, and not just one or two articles that had a hunch, but collectively a bunch of them did. So where did they get that information from? I don't know. How did they all suddenly get the same memo? Apparently, some news sites had reached out to YG to confirm, because YG is the label of Big Bang, and YG answered saying that they will check or that they're confirming. How do you not know? Like, as a media or PR person, you are unaware of one of their biggest stars and what they're up to? This sounds weird, but a very normal YG response. Now, of course, if this collaboration does not happen, it is not a big deal, and each member was still able to get a little publicity out of it. And this is neither positive nor negative press. But people were definitely upset. A lot of people don't want BTS members to work with anyone or any label to be alongside BTS because they feel YG has actively used BTS. Claims of the whole Jennie and V situation, and that YG was using V's name to garner more publicity for Jennie, which is an insane thing. YG did not start the rumors of V and Jennie dating, but if they decided that it was not really worth addressing because it's too complicated and people won't believe YG's answer anyway, then they just won't do it. I've read comments of people saying that Jennie seems to be really enjoying the attention and then blames YG for perpetuating it. To that I have to ask, what does Jennie seem to be enjoying? The death threats? I'm sure she loves that, right? Like, if you actually think that, are you okay? But people were hoping that once the Jimin and Taeyang collaboration rumors are proven to be false, that HYBE would sue YG for the media play that YG has caused and the hate that has been directed towards Jimin. This is something that I can never figure out with K-pop, is that if a company does something and then the fans take it the wrong way, people blame the company, not the specific fan who have no brain. However, I also want to add that the idea of HYBE suing YG over YG's treatment or them causing a weird backlash to Jimin makes zero sense to me. HYBE and YG announced their business partnership a while ago. Likely that means either profits or something monetary is going to be shared with each other, meaning if either label succeeds, they will share something with each other. And of course, connections, business decisions, it's always more fun to have more people on the board than to do it yourself. YG is also a great partner because they've also been in this industry for many years and can help fill the gaps that a newer agency like HYBE would have. Jimin is also a big shareholder of HYBE and Big Hit, meaning Jimin also is probably at those business meetings and possibly at these business meetings with YG. Why on earth would HYBE blame anything on YG? Also, even if they did have a problem internally, it would be the best interest for both of them to fix it silently and work it out that way, because if press get a hold of two business partners suing each other, no label or anyone in the K-pop industry is going to want to partner up with YG or HYBE in the future because they see that the two labels are possibly too messy. And then alongside that, I am sure some people who invested in YG or HYBE stock invested in those companies because they were working together. I wish Jimin the best of luck, and I'm very excited to see if a collaboration does happen. I am excited to see more solo work and interviews. Recently, RM has actually been on several interviews to promote his new music and even talk a little bit more about his personal life. Now I need to give a bit of backstory here for this all to make sense, so bear with me if you know it. RM in the past has had a big marriage rumor. People believe he was married with kids, and these rumors aren't similar to maybe Jungkook being shipped with Lisa type of thing. RM would joke about his alleged kid, and then there were behind the scene moments where they were leaked of him taking his ring off. Now, of course, marriage isn't the only reason someone would wear a ring. It could be a promise ring, it could be him just wanting to try on a ring, several things. But this is where the "oh my god, he's married" came from. Recently, RM went on the network TVN and their show The Dictionary of Useless Human Knowledge, and RM revealed how he felt about marriage. I believe most of the members have talked about wanting to get married and settle down at one point. Finding love and finding a partner is very much a goal for most people in life, and of course, it's expected of him from his parents and society. He always assumed he would get married. RM said this on the show. First of all, it's pretty scary for me. I'm not sure about it. To promise eternally to someone, officiate it, and bring your friends together before the thought of will that ever happen in my life seemed natural to me. I figured that when the time came, I would get a job, work hard in life, and get married. He continued to say, but now there is the fact that I chose to live an unusual life. A few years ago, I suddenly began to think for the first time, maybe I won't be able to get married. And once that thought began, it got out of hand. This is not unusual for someone like him to think, because how can he get married? Marriage is supposed to be a personal thing, and he has basically given himself fully to the public. And there's many reasons he could fear the safety of his potential lover, or just not being able to be with this lover for a big chunk of time, either due to him touring or whatever it is. Then that's going to be a difficult relationship. Of course, since the topic of marriage has come up, people have started to speculate that perhaps another reason he doesn't want to get married is because he may know what it's like. But this is just a theory people have and not true. Or he may have already been in a relationship. While RM has said many times that he and the boys do not have time to date, RM has put out a song called Change Part 2 in his new album where the lyrics very much seem like he is referencing a specific person or former lover. Could it be a wife? Could it be just someone he had a long relationship with? People connected the song with the idea that just a year or two ago, he had been seen taking off his wedding ring. Many people wanted to know who this lover he referenced was and why they broke RM's heart. Of course, we will never know, and that's okay because that's too personal. But the rumors were further pushed because RM posted a photo that made armies go crazy. Over on Instagram, RM posted some photos showing his recent museum visit. I believe the exhibit is in London. He posted a bunch of cute photos, but the photos that ended up going viral was a photo that he put mid-carousel, and it was a photo of the words Namjoon Heart Sooyoung. People were wondering what on earth does that mean, and suddenly thousands of people had the name Sooyoung. Apparently RM is dating them all. People were all trying to find the real Sooyoung, but of course that became super difficult once they realized that everyone was changing their name to Sooyoung. People were wondering if RM was the one who wrote it on the rock, or did this alleged RM and Sooyoung have a date there and they decided to write it down. Nobody knows, as he didn't comment on it at all. Now, of course, it's fun to think and have theories that this is his lover, given the song, given the wedding ring and all that. I think this was just an army who possibly visited the museum and decided to write this somewhere because they thought it was cute. RM could have likely visited the museum or area before, and thus this army wanted to document that they were in love with RM, maybe in hopes of RM seeing it when RM either revisits or goes there for the first time. Or another situation could be that the Namjoon that they wrote down is actually not RM and just another Korean person named Namjoon that this Sooyoung person is dating. And RM just posted a random couple's name on there, who knows? But it's so funny to see, and no doubt RM got a chuckle from it, which is why he posted it. Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thanks, just leave a comment right here. Love you, bye.